welcome back to Alex Elliott Golf. So this is back to the Caddy Diaries. It's Monday morning and I got a super long journey because we're heading to France this evening. So it's not the usual flying there. I'm getting a train down to Stansted, but before that I've got to go into Euston, then Euston to Stansted, and then from Stansted I'm meeting Tom because he's flying in from Italy. So from there, this sounds really long-winded, doesn't it? So from there we're heading down to the Eurostar for about 7:30 this evening, and we're going to stop over in Calais this evening. And then from Calais tomorrow we're going to head straight to the golf course, and I'm actually playing Pro-Am this week. So we've got a super long journey ahead of me today. Not looking really forward to the train ride. Hopefully I've got a good seat and I can watch a few movies. But yeah, catch along for the journey. So just around London, Euston, 2 hours. Managed to get actually quite a good seat on the train, so quite happy about that. Got to go and find the Victoria line to Tottenham Hale, then on to London Stansted. So just arrived at Tottenham Hale, got one more train to go to Stansted Airport. Don't like the underground if I'm honest. So happy that there's only one train left to Stansted. Meeting Tom, get in the car, straight to the tunnel. Arrived at Stansted Airport now. The last part of the journey was so busy. So literally had to stand up for 40 minutes from Tottenham Station on the underground all the way to Stansted Airport, so it wasn't pleasant. But now just arrived at Stansted Airport, about 15-20 minutes until Tom arrives from Italy, and we'll get straight in the car and straight down to the tunnel. So it's 5 PM and we've finally got in the car. We've just filled up with petrol and we're going to make our way down to the tunnel. It's going to be pretty tight to get to the tunnel because we booked it for about 7:50. But we've got to go down the M25, and if anybody lives down south, so south of London, the M25 is horrendous. So in rush hour, we're hoping we can actually make it through there and not get stuck in too much traffic. So we just got in the car, we're going to head to the tunnel now. Weather's alright, so hopefully we're going to make it. And as always, we've stocked up, so we've got our meal deals, 2 tuna sandwiches, crisps, food, water, plenty of food for our car journeys. And as you know, if you watched them before, we stock it up in the car always when we get in a car journey. Just heard the course this week is playing really fast and firm, which is unlike this golf course apparently. Usually it plays quite soft, fairways usually soft, and the greens are usually soft, and the scoring's pretty low. But actually this year we've heard that it's playing fast and firm, so it should make some interesting tee shots because it's quite narrow, meaning probably a lot of 2 irons off the tees, a lot of 3 irons, playing for position as opposed to bombing driver. So guys, as you saw, straight off the motorway, straight onto the tunnel. Actually made it in good time. We thought we were going to be a little bit late, but made it with about 50 minutes to spare. Stopped off, got a quick bite to eat, and drove straight onto Eurostar. Now 40 minutes on here, probably going to watch a movie, and then straight out the other side. So we just arrived in our hotel for the night. Oh, I'm going to try and get in here 1 second. Strangest key system in the world. So like I said, we're just staying in Calais for one night. We're a 10-minute drive from when we got off at the Eurostar. It was about 10 minutes from there, so got straight here, straight to hotel, and luckily they're still serving food, so we're going to grab 2 bolognese to keep us going. So tomorrow morning we're getting up early. We're going to leave here at about 6 AM because we're actually playing the Pro-Am. This week there's a Pro-Am Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's just a slightly different format, probably the sponsors want 2 different Pro-Ams. So we're playing Pro-Am tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. It's a 2-hour drive from Calais to Normandy and the Vaudreuil, the golf course this week. So early start, get over there, get some practice done, definitely, so not straight out the car, straight onto the golf course, do some chipping, do some putting, hit the range, then have a really good Pro-Am. Good morning guys, it's 7 AM in the morning, we've just got up, just got a quick shower, just about to go and get a bit of breakfast hopefully. We're hoping it's actually open at the hotel. If not, we're going to get straight in the car, get straight to the golf course, got a 2-hour drive ahead of us, and like I said last night, we're playing the Pro-Am today, so we're looking forward to that. A bit different to our usual prep. So it should be quite fun and interesting. Hopefully we've got a good Pro team and we can even win the Pro-Am, start the week off well. Wow, good afternoon guys. So we just finished the Pro-Am now. It's 7 PM and we teed off at 1:40. We actually did really well. We just left scoring and we're actually leading the Pro-Am here for the net. So fingers crossed we actually win that. It'll be quite a nice start to the week. But it's a good format. So basically everybody teed off and then they choose the best ball from there and everybody plays from there. There was 4 eagles in our group, 1 chip in. So it was absolutely a really good day and very enjoyable Pro-Am because sometimes they can take quite a long time, but This one was very enjoyable. Players we played with are really nice guys as well. So I'm just having a walk out. I'm going to show you guys a few of the holes here this week. As you see, just walking down the 11th right now. So guys, this is the 11th hole this week, par 4. As you can see, it's looking really, really firm and dry, but then you've got these green patches around the tees and around the greens that have been heavily, heavily watered. It's playing so fast and firm and the ball's going so far. So just walking down, similar to our spot now. We actually hit driver here today in the Pro-Am, but it's going to be more 2-iron, and we're going to play to a little bit of our spot. Because it's very firm, on this hole, it's quite a short hole. If there's a front flag, we're going to have to lay back a little bit in order to have a bit more of a fuller shot in. So guys, I'm actually stood on our max, which is right here. The reason for that is we've got out of bounds on the right and these trees on the left. So we're using this beat as our max. So basically it makes the fairway as wide as possible and leaving us a full shot to the green. The flag is actually here today, but middle of the green is here. And you've noticed if we give you like kind of a circle in the middle of the green, the greens are almost like upturned saucers this week. So each hole, when we need to, we're going to hit the middle of the green because we're going to have no further than 20 feet to each of the flag. They're very, very small greens. So like I said here, there's going to be a lot of strategy this week. There's going to be a lot of holes where we're going to play to the middle of the green, even with some relatively short irons. Because the greens are like upturned saucers, we're not going to have very far in from the middle of the green every time. So definitely a lot of strategy this week. We're going to play sort of one-dimensional, play to the middle of the green and give ourselves as many chances as possible. So we're kind of adopting that kind of approach, the middle of the green, just really to give ourselves, like I said, as many chances as possible and a bit more of that percentage play. I think sometimes we want to kind of get into that zone of going for all the flags, because you feel like you need to, you want to chase the scoring, but really, if you give yourself 18 chances to hold, the chances are you are going to hold some, and if you put your spot middle of the green and you push or pull it, you might actually hit it close to the flag anyway. This is the 11th green. As you can see, it's like an upturned saucer. Greens are very, very burnt around the edges. There's today's flag. So in theory, to get close to this flag, I've marked out that there's 10 yards short of the green where we can pitch it and run it up. That's a little look back. Unbelievably beautiful houses littered around this place. Apparently we spoke to the Pro-Am people today, and this is a really, really nice part of Upper Normandy. Some really nice places on the Vaudreuil. It's a fantastic golf course. So when me and Tom played Le Golf National, that was 2 years ago now, and we played it that year. The first year it was actually there, the French Open. I was on main tour and it was so firm and fast, and this has kind of reminded me a little bit of that. I like the look of it. We played really nice in the Pro-Am today. So we prepped the course out really well, we feel like we have this week. Like I said, we've got a bit of a strategy, a bit more than usual, just because the greens are smaller, like I said. So what's the plan now? This evening, well, we're going to have to stay for the Pro-Am presentation because we are in contention. But tomorrow morning we're off at 9:20, so we're going to play 9 holes, just to kind of, we feel like we want to play another 9 holes, keep us in the rhythm, keep us playing, instead of just hitting ball after ball on the range. There's only so much chipping and range work you can do, so we feel getting out on the golf course is going to be a little bit more beneficial to us. Wow, I feel like I've had 2 super long days, travelling yesterday, then playing today in the Pro-Am. It was, don't get me wrong, it was really good fun, we had a really good group, but it's 7 PM now and we've still not got to the hotel. So our plan is to get to that hotel, let's get an early night, down here tomorrow, play 9 holes, practice, and all prepped ready for Thursday. So the second hole I'm going to show you guys is the par 5 18. See that building? That's our line off the tee. We can be quite aggressive down here. It's a fairly long hole, but we can definitely get up in 2. There's some trouble along with the green. But this fairway is relatively wide. This course is playing quite tight actually, but this is one of the widest fairways out here. So just to talk a little bit more strategy with you, I've picked out for basically most of the par 5s. There's a lot of trouble at the back of a lot of these greens, so we're going to, on the par 5s, try and pitch it front edge or just 10-15 short front edge and run it up. And if we get to the middle of the green, fantastic. If not, we've got a simple chip up the green. A lot of these greens, if you go left or right of them, you've got very difficult chips, because like I said, they're upturned saucers and you're going down the slopes and across the slopes. So to make it easier for our misses, par 5s, we're going to try and get to front edge as our max. So just approaching 275 off the tee, and then the 300 up there, which is the yellow cross. Now that is roughly going to be in between where we're going to pitch it off the tee. Going to leave us 211 to the front, but it's not as simple as that, because I'll show you this in the book now. So we're going to be right on that 211 to the front, and you've got this tree just short left. Now it overhangs, so you've got to run it up, but then it makes it quite narrow, and this is a prime example of this hole where front edge is where going to be our max, because it leaves you the easiest chip up the green. Then I can show you my book, got our spot, middle of the green. If that's what we're going to go to, that's our spot. See all these arrows around there? See the flat bit in the middle? Well, that's actually how big the greens are this week, some of them. So you can really see on that picture there how upturned they are. This is the 18th. So there's the green. That is that tree you cannot carry. You've got to run it under, and there's water over the back, like highlighted in the book. That's the reason we're playing for front edge. It's a bit of a closer look. You can see how much of an upturned saucer it is. Trouble with the back. And the bunkers are weird this week. They're like kind of stony sands. It's not very spinny either. So the forecast for the week is very, very hot all week. So this course is only going to dry out, only going to get firmer. But I think they'll keep water in the greens. I think they may get a little bit firmer, but in general it's going to stay relatively soft compared to the fairways, which is quite strange because you're expecting a firm bounce coming from firm fairways, but you don't quite get it. So it'll be interesting to see how the tournament kind of bosses set it up, whether they're going to make it go firmer and firmer on the greens, or they're going to keep them how they are, but they're definitely going to get quicker. One more thing, how cool does the clubhouse look? Spectacular. Guys, I hope you enjoyed a little look round. It's Tuesday evening. It's now time for us to go and see, well, one, if we've won the Pro-Am, but two, go and get some food, go and get some shut-eye, and get here tomorrow morning and play the back nine again and finish off our prep for Thursday. Guys, we finally have got back to the room. It's 9:15 at night. We're still not eating. Quick shower, change, and get out something to eat. This is our room this week. Extremely small, but it's only for a week, so we'll be okay. I think there's an Italian we're going to go to, so it's about a 2-minute walk, or probably going to jump in the car after today, but 2-minute walk to Italian, grab some food, and get a good bit of shut-eye. So like I said, prep tomorrow morning, play 9 holes, see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's 7 AM in the morning, so we're just about to head down to get some breakfast, head to the golf course. We're playing 9 holes at 9:10. We're going to play the back 9. Just felt there's a few more tee shots we want to look at, a few more greens we want to look at, so we feel that that's the 9 we want to play again. So we're playing 9 holes, do some chipping, do some putting, and a little bit of range work. The prep is done for this week. So we are nearly finished for the day. Done some putting practice, done some chipping practice, as you've just seen. Just about to hit a few on the range, then our prep for the day is done. Played 9 holes this morning, went really well. Just went through the 9 holes, hitting it to our spots, so not into any flags, into our spots on the centre of the green. Tell you what, it's super windy here today, so it'll be interesting if it's like this tomorrow, how the course fares up. It's definitely going to dry out and get faster and firmer, and so are the greens. So guys, just got back to the room, grabbing a quick shower, then we're actually heading out into town. Need to get a few bits and bobs, get some food for the course tomorrow, so like nuts, snacks, breakfast bars, just so we've got enough fuel to get us round. It's going to be super hot, so we need to do that. So today we did our chipping, did some putting, and we hit the range too. So on the putting we did a 6-foot game. How many times it take you to do a whole 8 putts. We also did my par birdie challenge, which Tom got 3 under one time and then 1 under the, so really nice little bit of putting game to emulate tomorrow, so under pressure straight away within our practice. And if you've not seen that, I'll put a link down below so you can see the par birdie putting challenge. So we're just going to head out this afternoon, and done. So I know I said it was super windy down the course, so we didn't spend too long in the range because we were directly into the wind. Just works in a few different positions, just so we're drilling in what the kind of swing thoughts we want tomorrow, not really taking into account ball flight or anything like that, because it can be quite misleading. If you keep practicing into the wind, you're going to get a bit steep onto the golf ball, and then it just becomes a bit false. So we're going to wait and see what the conditions are tomorrow. So guys, this is not really a question I've asked you a lot. What do you want to see on the Caddy Diary? Do you want to see more of the golf course, more of how we prep? Comment down below and let me know what you want to see on the Caddy Diaries and hear more. As we were having a walk around like the local area, we found a gym, and actually it turned out to be pretty good, so we decided to go in there. It was actually really productive, so we've done a bit of core work, a bit of rotation work, and got those legs feeling active. So all in all, I feel like our prep's been pretty good, because actually out of the blue we found a gym. So like I say, we're all prepped, we've got our food, just need to sort the bag out and then finish the book, and then we're ready to go tomorrow morning. So guys, just to show you quickly what I was doing last night, I was just doing this, so we got round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, and this is our practice day. All in order, all keeping neat, so we can see what clubs we've hit where, and make sure we're not getting mistaked where each of the flags are, what pins we're going to, and then don't forget our spots this week in the middle of the green. Morning guys, Thursday morning, we're just getting ready to head down to the golf course, so we're going to be leaving in about 10-15 minutes, so we'll get there for about 12:30. Now our warm-up won't start till 1 o'clock, so that'll be stretching, chipping, putting and the range last, so we're nice and warm going straight onto that first tee. And we always generally do it in that order for all you guys that actually watch the Caddy Diaries week in, week out. We always finish the range last, so we're fresh heading to the first tee. So as you saw, I finished the book last night, so the book is all prepared, we're feeling good, feeling fresh, because actually we found the gym, so that was a really nice surprise. So like I said, just had breakfast, just getting ready to the course, I'm about to head down. So by the time this Caddy Diaries goes up this evening on Thursday, we'll have already teed off because we're off at 1:50. So thank you very much for watching this week's Caddy Diaries, guys. As always, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and see you next week on Alex Elliott Golf. And next week we'll be in Sweden.